pressed the button. And there it is.
Are we on?
Oh my God, we're on.
Wait, it's chat room.
Why is
I had such a good idea for going live, and now YouTube's throwing a commercial in my face.
Oh no.
We're
It's a
live?
good idea.
We are.
Wait.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
No, here we go.
Gangnam Style. I got that song stuck in my
There
head.
we go.
Oh,
Whoop, 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 whoop. Made the Gangnam Style. Everyone's got to be so sick of that by now.
I just thought you should all.
Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Whoop, 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 whoop. Made the Gangnam Style. Hey, come on.
Morning, everybody.
Lady.
It's going to be a weird one. Oh, my God.
That's right.
It's going to be crazy today. Look out. I've got the new mic rolling. It's not actually new, but it's new to the show. So I got to figure out exactly where to place it so I can get it out of my way.
Wow, look at this. Buenos dias, Coltrane.
Buenos dias.
Morning, Monsieur Code. You know, I took French in high school. The language of love. And
You just did it for the chicks.
Well, you know what? To be honest, it worked out pretty well.
I'm not saying it wouldn't.
I went to a wedding.
Yeah.
And the one of the attendees was a friend of the bride. When the bride went to France for a like a foreign exchange thing, she went to France, and so this woman named Geraldine was like straight out of France. Like she barely spoke any English. So when I was in high school, the final was we had to memorize this poem. And this poem was like, Mettre corbeau sur un arbre perché, tenir son bec en fromage. And it basically had to do with a crow that sits in a tree with a piece of cheese in its mouth.
Okay.
So I'm talking to this girl. So anyway, for some reason, I don't know, you're drinking, all that, right? I start to recite this poem to her, and she like falls in love with me. Turns out that's like this famous childhood poem that her father said to her when she was like a little girl.
Look out.
Know what I'm saying?
Look out.
Oh, yes. It was a good night.
See, now
How crazy is that, though, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, my God. It was insane. So it ended up being, it was a good night.
It was a way to score the chicks.
That's right. So, as much as how useless it was to take French in high school, not that night. It paid off in spades.
Right. Yep.
Anyway, that's a random story. I probably shouldn't be sharing on the air.
For me, it was playing guitar.
Really?
You play a musical instrument. You play a musical instrument. Maybe you sing a little bit. If you're one-on-one and you're doing that kind of thing, it can be very romantic or very, very awkward.
Right.
Extremely awkward.
That's true. That's good, man. So you play guitar. Do you still play guitar?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's good, man. That's like sexy.
I'm still making all sorts of music. And actually, I have a bunch of music that, I know that I do a lot with digital stuff these days. And that's, because it's so easy.
Right.
It's too easy to pass up. I mean, when you're doing...
It also depends. Like, if you're like playing like a romantic song, but if you're doing like Flight of the Bumblebee, that's really not gonna get
or
going.
Or like this.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yes,
the Olympic theme song.
Give me some more spinning crane kick.
People are going to be leaving for the Vikings game today. Football, man. It's kicking off. I kind of dig it.
I know a place that serves great Viking food.
Oh, yeah?
You know what movie that's from?
No.
Naked Gun. Come on, man.
It's been forever since I've seen that.
Are you a Vikings fan?
I am one of those guys that really likes to watch football occasionally.
So when the team's winning, then you're a fan.
I like to sit down and I like to watch the game. If the team is really losing badly, I will leave.
Right.
Like for games like the Green Bay Packers, I still like to do that. But, and I was talking with Jules the Tauren and Arcane the Fire Mage. They live in Wisconsin. And so, and they have season tickets at Lambeau. I'm like, I got to go to one of those games. I don't care. I've been to Lambeau. I've been to Lambeau twice, and Lambeau is awesome. That field is great.
Lambeau
Field, man.
That what kind of a name for a field is Lambeau?
Are
you kidding me?
It was named after the dude, man.
Lambeau.
Yes, and they.
Was that a?
That's a dude.
His name is Lambeau. Curly Lambeau.
Curly Lambeau. Yes, Curly Lambeau.
Name makes it even worse.
Well. So
we named our entire stadium after Curly Lambeau. That's insane.
So Coltrane, I'm taking it that you're not really a football fan.
Well, I'm not a fan of Lambeau, I'll tell you that, especially Curly. My goodness. Well, listen, I grew up in Arizona, and Solar Flare can attest to this. Back in the day, the Arizona Cardinals used to be known as the Phoenix Cardinals, and they were the worst team in football. That stadium, not much has changed. They even said they were cursed. That stadium would go crazy when we'd score a first down.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like we'd throw toilet paper and go nuts when we'd score a first down. Forget touchdown. That's awesome.
Cardinals in a bad position.
Oh.
I mean, they did great when they went up against the Steelers in the Super Bowl, but that was once in about 20 years.
Right. No, they had like one season that they did really well. So football growing up, little tainted. You know, I would go crazy when they'd gain 3 yards.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just different. Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see games at Curly Lambeau at Lambeau Stadium. First name Curly.
I think my camera's off. Uh-oh. Might be off just a little bit. We'll see if that's any better. Let's check it out.
Sounds strange.
Make sure it's getting your good side.
Huh? What's going on?
No, for some reason you sound like you're in a can.
I do? On the stream.
I don't know. Maybe it was just over Skype.
Well, I am using a different mic.
Now you sound better. Okay.
All right.
With the Skype thing.
Just making sure. And
I know that Mr. Lambeau, if I go grab another cup of coffee.
Just go do it. Just go do it. Get out of here.
Lambeau!
Get out of here. Go get out of here. But the Cardinals do have one of my favorite players on it right now.
Who is it?
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
I love him.
He can catch anything. I think his hands are just made out of glue.
Well, and he's from
high industrial super glue.
Yeah, and he's from here, from Minneapolis. So you're welcome.
Is he?
You're welcome for that. Yeah, he's phenomenal, and he actually worked as one of the sideline ball boys for all the football games at the Vikes. So I mean, that's how he broke into the NFL.
Right.
That and being extremely talented. That had
nothing
to do with it.
He's on such a bad team. I feel bad for him.
Well,
I'm not sure if he's ever going to have a shot at another bowl game after that. After they lost to the Steelers, I think he pretty much.
I don't know. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine.
No one's ever 40 and playing pro ball. So
right. Yeah. Speaking of football, though, during the Packers 49ers game today, Miss of Pandaria TV spot.
What are they doing with the TV spot? It's just the trailer and then chopped up a little bit, right?
I believe so, but I don't know. What does it say? This Sunday, the first of a series of new TV spots.
Spot was the same thing as the trailer, just chopped up.
New TV spots, epic opening cinematic. So it's just the cinematic and they're chopping it up. Somebody's giving me grief for wearing an MTV shirt. Seriously, dude? No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
They used to play music back in my day.
Yeah, exactly. This is the logo when they used to actually play music. Come on. Oh, you should only get one ad. They decided to add that to our stream, I guess.
Oh.
So there.
Nice.
So that must mean we're getting enough traffic now that they go, oh, we got to monetize this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully we'll get a little kickback on that one. We'll see.
No, I don't think we will. You need to be partnered.
Yeah, I know.
Until those ads start to monetize you.
Right. So we'll see exactly how that goes. But yeah, I think this is this week I noticed it was it last week too? No, I think it was just this week. Because I was doing the edit and that happened, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, "What is going on?" So I don't know. I should get a new glass of water though. So I will be right back. Solar, entertain the masses.
I need to find the new pickup line.
Here, I'll play music for you.
Thank you.
We'll just play this because I won't be gone that long.
Hello, and welcome to Convert to Right. While you're on hold, please enjoy various items of asparagus and coffee. They should be served momentarily. For those wondering what the heck you're doing, well, the live show's about to start, and I wish you luck. It's going to be one heck of a ride. We'll see you on the other side.
There we go, and I'm back.
Oh, perfect. And I just found the best pickup line. That could not have lined up any better.
Welcome back.
That was wonderful.
And we're back.
And we're back. All right.
You know, I think after the show, I'm going to go to the car dealership and pick up a Lamborghini. It's going to be good. Can't wait.
So, but you're not a fan in LA of like any of the...
Oh, with the LA football team?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the Los Angeles football team's amazing. We don't have an LA football team.
Well, I mean...
football team.
Yeah, not really, but kind of. I mean, you've got football around you, so...
Not really. It's all basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
It's
LA
like
is
Lakers
more basketball.
And hockey.
Right.
At least this year. It's amazing to me. Like, you know, the Kings, you know, the Stanley Cup and all that stuff. Like, all of a sudden, all these fans show up out of nowhere. You know, people are camping out. People are going crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, Bruins. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you do have lots of good college ball around you.
Yeah.
Oh my
USC
God.
is huge. Yeah, UCLA.
It is big.
That's big.
All right, I need to... Oh, dang it.
I'm not a Raiders fan. That's true. Raiders. No, I'm not a Raiders fan, unfortunately. You go to the games, you're going to get stabbed or shot.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for you, Colt. It's really, really fortunate.
What? That's not... You want me dead? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying it's fortunate that you're not a Raiders fan.
Well, that's true.
Those games get rowdy.
They get really, really rowdy. Like, people get stabbed like every game. It's a true story.
It's a cult. I've seen people.
It's not even news anymore.
Yeah.
It's no longer like, oh, someone was stabbed. It's like, oh, well, and there was a Raiders game. So you can assume someone was stabbed. You know what I mean?
Right.
10,000 enter, 9,000 leave. You do the math.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I need to do one more story here on the news. I'm sorry. Last minute ad that I know we need to do. Hold on. So entertain yourselves. I don't know. You got to do this. All right.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Chicka-chicka-wah.
You can put that music back on. See, Pat Crane has no idea.
Here we go. There we go. You want that music? All right. I'll be ready as soon as this thing hits. I got 15 more seconds.
Are we planning to shatter our record, which was last week of 9:17 our time?
No. Don't worry about it. We won't get there that far. Actually,
17 minutes late.
Well, we had a fairly short show, so it wasn't it was all that big of a deal.
But it was late.
Magoops is good.
Late.
To answer Kel in the chat room, Magoops is doing very well. He came into the booth and was sniffing around looking for evidence. And then he took off. He was on the case. So I don't know.
Does he eat asparagus? Do you feed him asparagus?
Absolutely. This entire family eats asparagus.
Yeah. I mean, you should be eating asparagus too.
I would.
Right?
I would
for
just,
you.
I put asparagus in my coffee.
I would. Oh, you stir it. No, you have like asparagus stir. So you stir your coffee with an asparagus stick.
Yes, and then I eat the stir.
Right.
It's perfect. No, atrumna.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Kel.
Right. No, there's no more ant problems, which has been good. They were on the attack.
They were.
I don't know what was going on, but we were getting raided upstairs and down. So we've held them off now temporarily, which is good.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
I did take care of them in my robe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you
Right.
might want to check out today's
you
episode.
Not take care of anybody inside of your robe. I'm sorry.
Oh, I take care of everyone and everything in my robe. Yeah. It's terrible.
That is terrible. All right. I think I'm ready now. We'll see.
Let me just sit down. Oh, gosh.
Let me just sit down here a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. September 9th. Wow. This
Getting
summer
into the
just
fall season.
Oh,
my
this is
favorite
61.
season. Love fall.
I love fall too.
Fall in Arizona is
Fall's
not
great.
bad. There's some great days where you just wake up and it's like 50 degrees outside and you just go.
And with that, we go.
That's what.
Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. This was a close one. Guys, I almost forgot to tell you
What?
that the best part of waking up is convert to rain in your cup.
I think I got a little convert to raid in my cup and I almost choked on it.
That was close. Wow. We almost didn't, almost forgot. That was a close one.
Yes. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. All right.
Wait.
Thank you, Lambo.
Thank you, Lambo.
Thank you, Lambo, for inspiring us.
All right, we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on a sec. That would seem low to me. That seemed low to me.
It's a great
Hold
start.
on a sec. Hold on. That
Take
seems
2.
really low.
Electric Boogaloo.
Right. Well, this music seems really low. Hold on. I'm just checking the music to see exactly how low it is because I might have to do something in. Aha! That's what it is.
Orchestra
I see it, I see it, I see it.
Maestro.
I see it now. Hold on. Nope, not that.
Whoa!
Sorry.
What the heck's going on?
Hold on. I just need to stop this for just a second because
We've
there's
got
something
mail.
weird going on.
Oh, this is outrageous.
This is seriously. You can't do this. Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning of the show.
You're messing it all up for the peoples.
The people's. I thought you were the people's champion, but apparently not.
Okay, now I'm gonna check this out. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Here we.
Sorry about that, everybody. Oh yeah. There's some bazooba guabo in my computer.
You got a little bit of bazooba guabo in there?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know. All right, we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome home, Raiders. This week, Ghostcrawler now has 140 new characters to play with. Can you imagine what that could be? We've got more on 5.0.4 changes and more. This is Convert to Raid number 61.
You're listening to Convert to Raid.
Convert to Raid.
The podcast for raiders in the world of Warcraft.
From the Convert to Raid Command Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, today is September 9th, 2012, and it is now 11:10 in the a.m. Central Daylight Time. Thank you so much for joining us from all around World of Warcraft land, and hello! My name is Pat Crane. I'm your host of the show. I'm also called Zug around here and around Earthen Ring, US, and I have brought the players with me. From the Barren Desert in Arizona, he is a fellow raid leader and hunter extraordinaire, Solar Flare. Hello, sir.
Hey, Solar Flare, and I got a poppin' pickup line for everybody today.
Uh-oh.
So for this scenario, we're going to pretend that I am a druid.
Okay.
And here we go. So we walk into a bar, and there's a very pretty Tauren female in the corner, and we go, I have 3 fires. Fairy fire, star fire, and moon fire. And baby, you're hotter than all 3. Then, wow.
And then,
I shift into cat form and go, meow. And hook, line, and sinker right there, man. I got her.
that was the winner part of that whole deal. Just letting you know. All right, let's move along to LACA to our Raging Mage, Coltrane. Hello.
Fortune cookies say,
Oh boy.
Hunter, that wishes to skip work feigns death in the family?
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's good.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, no. Come on. Come on. Get a little bit more imaginative. Ugh.
Come on,
That's no good. That's no good.
Oh,
That's so played.
That was good. It was sent in by Crimson Shark, and it's from our forums at converttoraid.com/fortune cookies. Little fortune cookie section there.
Make sure to boot those guys from the forums. Anybody who signs up and goes to the fortune cookie section automatically gets banned.
Come on.
That's it. That is it. I don't know. All right, let's talk a little bit about what we've been up to in WoW this week. Solar Flare, why don't we start with you?
I don't remember.
Must have been a good week, then.
Leveling. Yeah, no, it was pretty monotonous week in World of Warcraft for me. We are leveling a Death Knight. That's right. The thing is with my tunes, the last 3 that I've done have been without heirlooms and without guild XP. So you know what? I'm just sick of leveling. So I got this guy fully heirloomed out. He's in a guild, and we're just pounding through those levels. I got from 58 to 67 in about 5 hours.
Wait, from what to what?
So we're just trucking along here, doing a good job with the Death Knight. Really liking Blood. I'm tanking random instances, and I am totally digging it. Very fun rotation to play.
How far did you get in 5 hours?
58 to 67.
Wow, nice.
That's really good.
And
man.
yeah, no, I really. Wow, not much this week.
Well, that's all right. That's
I feel
all right.
like I'm missing something.
Everybody's like waiting for Miss Pandaria to come along. I mean, everybody's like, okay, when's it gonna drop? Any day now. When are we gonna get some new content? And it's not there yet.
Right.
So
Well, that's why exactly.
Right.
I have seriously nothing to do in World of Warcraft except for level tunes.
Right.
And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. So,
I hear you. I totally hear you.
But what I did do this week, I guess, as far as rating is concerned, I did the Dark Moon Fair Rabbit.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that.
The Monty Python reference, which is an awesome skit, by the way. If you haven't seen it, that's what it's from.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we had, I think, a full 40 to do it, and it took like 25 minutes to kill him, and then he reset at about 10% because someone ran him like way out of the cave, and he reset, and we had to do it all over again. But it was still good fun.
Wait a minute. So you're telling it 40 people on
this rabbit is ridiculous.
Are you serious?
Someone asked in Rage Chat. He goes, "Does he enrage?" And like the whole fight is enrage.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Because everyone was talking about how great this boss. So if you don't mind telling us, because it's a pretty rare thing from what I hear, this rabbit boss from the Dark Moon Fair. Can you tell us exactly like what is the fight or what exactly happens?
Yeah, it's a level 93 rabbit, so it's a Miss of Pandaria boss. He has like 100 trillion health, and he jumps around on players' heads and he gnaws on them, and it kills you like outright.
Oh my gosh!
And so everyone just kind of rotates rezzing. And you just keep going and going and going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then when you kill him, though, he drops the Dark Moon Rabbit pet. It's this little bunny rabbit, but his face is all like red and bloody.
Wow.
So out of 40 people, only one little rabbit drops. And I believe Kale from Horde to Gold on Earthen Ring won that mount.
So grass.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool, man. I got to check that boss because a lot of people were talking about it and they loved the encounter design and all that about it. So
yeah, I haven't done it either. Cool.
I don't know the respawn rate on it, but apparently it's fairly high or like long.
Sure.
Right.
Colt, what's been going on in your world?
Basically, I think what Solar said, like I'm calling this countdown to release.
Right.
And then I go to the bathroom and then I'm fine. But I'm talking about a lot of people are waiting for Miss Pandaria too, you know, in addition to that. Because I just had 2 cups of coffee, so this is countdown to release, if you know what I'm saying. But basically, I'm just doing what Solar's doing. I'm just leveling alts and doing various, nothing, waiting for Miss Pandaria to come out. So that's pretty much it. I apologize. It's a total poop down. It really is. You're right, Abbott. Thank you.
Oh man,
do the sounder.
That hit me in a really weird place. That's all I'm saying.
It's poo.
Right.
It's poo.
Oh, whoops. I didn't have it up
really
loud.
low.
It's poo. Like that. There you go.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh, man. All right.
Countdown to release. So whenever you hear countdown to release, that's really what it means from anyone on any website.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. So yeah, Solar, guys, I totally hear you. And basically that's all I've been doing too, has been leveling characters. Why? Because it's kind of fun and I kind of enjoy it. And I kind of have a competition going with Jules the Tauren over on Tauren Think Tank.
Right.
So we started this competition and we finished, and I won, by the way. I beat her to 85 by about 3 hours, I think.
Oh my goodness.
So,
wow.
So I'll give myself a big applause because I can do it. And we've actually started a new competition from scratch, doing new tunes. She's doing a hunter, and I'm on a priest. I've never leveled a priest up to 85 before.
I'm sorry for your loss, Sug.
Right. But and while she was out of town, she was out of town this week in Vegas. What stays there, what happens there stays there, remember?
That's right.
So we won't ask her what actually went down. No, she was there for a conference. But while she was gone, I was like, I really want to level something. And so what I did was I grabbed a warlock and went from 1 to 20 in about like 4.5 hours.
That's great. That's awesome.
Leveling is so fast right now.
It is.
Are you doing Affliction? Did you keep going Affliction?
Yeah. It made the most sense. So we'll see exactly which tune I bring up to 85, but yes, I still have that little priest.
I gotta, so hold on a minute.
Yeah.
So you beat Jules the Tauren from Tauren Think Tank and to 85 by 3 hours, and then instantly a new one starts, right?
That'd be like the last thing that I would want to do after I just leveled the tune to 85.
Right.
Level another
there's
one.
That.
Right.
So what that says to me is that Jules said to you, best 2 out of 3.
No, it was totally me. And what I said to her was, I said, okay, bud, we got to do it. We got to do it this way. We got to do the goblin starting area.
Right.
Why? Because, it's like the first time it's cool that you go through goblin starting area, at least for me. Second time is kind of like, okay, I don't really want to be here anymore. And then the third time is just torture. Right. And so we're leveling up together as goblins, going through the goblin starting area. And I'm like going, this is going to be torture for her. And then I realized, wait, I'm a goblin too. What am I doing? So I don't know.
I don't mind the goblin starting area. A lot of people, there's some mixed reviews on that place, man.
It's just a little bit too Nintendo, a little bit too Wii for me. You know what I mean?
Right. Like when you're in the car and running around.
Yeah. It's just a little bit too.
That's an interesting way to put it. It's a little too Wii, a little too Nintendo. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. Yeah.
So, it's just that it doesn't really fit me. Some people really love it. I'm not one of those people.
It's too dang long. I mean, you don't get out of there until like level 13. You can't queue for anything on Battlegrounds, I guess.
You don't get out of there until you're out of there, until you've completed all the quests.
Yeah, it's...
And if you try to get out of there early, like, back when we had Have Group Will Travel, I tried going through to like level 6 or something like that. And that was as far as I could make at that time. And I was talking to Aethric, actually. And I said, Aeth, group with me real quick, do a little Have Group. I'll make my way to Orgrimmar and I'll be fine. You can't do it. You couldn't do it. So you can't even
let you.
No, it won't let you out. You are trapped there. Right. Until you're done leveling. So it's like, okay, you're trapped.
Oh my God.
That's the way it is for me anyway. So we'll see exactly how far I get in there, if I can actually clear that or not. I might lose this one just because of the starting zone. I don't know. All right, let's move along.
Hit it. Kicking it old school. That's right.
All right, let's talk briefly about our new guild of level 70 raiders on Korgath US. Solar Flare, what's going on with the iTunes project?
Well, not much has changed since we last talked on Monday. So
that's right.
Yeah, so same situation, really. We're going in later this afternoon to take on Kael'thas, and we are going to try line of sighting the mind control. Since it is broken, it is mind controlling everybody in the raid and taking us out of combat.
Right.
So,
and somebody actually
resets.
I think somebody actually posted up in the forums that it was possible to line of sight, and
yeah, that we're going to give it a shot. There's some statues in there you can tinkle around with, but it's unfortunate that we have to do this. Blizzard, fix your old content, but
right. Well,
we'll do it.
We'll
get through it.
I forgot that we talked on Monday.
Yeah,
I forgot that was the last show.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
kind of threw off my whole thing. I don't know. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit. Let's move it along then. As long as we talked about it. We already talked about this. All right. Last week we talked about the citizenship rewards for those that have donated to the Bazubagwabo Nation. Right? Become citizens. This week I was working on this project and I sent it out to you guys. I don't know if you guys took a look at it or not. But it's, this is coming out soon. We're going to, a little TM on the soon, just like Blizzard, right?
Right.
So, but there's a bunch of, in this citizenship package.
Zug, wait, where's the music? We need our Bazubagwabo
All right.
music.
I'll give you the music here.
A little fife and drum.
There we go.
Yes.
Right. Let me start over then. This week I've been working on this project. We have stuff ready to go pretty much, just waiting for final approval. And we'll be emailing citizens in order soon. So if you're a new citizen, you might not get your welcome package for a little bit, but don't worry, we'll try to catch up to you as soon as we can. Included in the package is a desktop logo from the show. You can become a green poster on our forums if you so choose, and we also have a bunch of sounders from the show. They're all pretty short, but we have them in a different couple of different formats, including .m4r, which are ringtones, all ready for you. I know that iPhones use those anyway. And it's just our way to show our love for you as you show our love for us. So it's just what am I saying? I don't know. It's a love fest.
It's a giant, inappropriate love fest.
Right. It's very awkward and kind of disturbing.
You can count me out of that.
So there we go. So thank you very much for keeping the show afloat. And we cannot do this without your support. And if you'd like to become a citizen of the Bazubagwabo Nation, head over to converttoraid.com and donate today. That's it. All right. This fife and drum music is just great.
Savanos says, Magoops got your tongue. Get it? Because cat, but Magoops is a cat. So
yes. Right.
I had to explain it, but it works.
All right. That is it with that music. Let's move along.
Calling all raiders from around World of Warcraft land. This is Raiding News.
It's time to check out what's happening with raiding news around the World of Warcraft. And first up, we'd like to congratulate Zarheim. Zar Man About Town. Because he is Dragon Slayer's CM of the year. Oh boy. Yeah, at Dragon Con in Atlanta this last Sunday, he was nominated, or he was given this award. Unfortunately, he was at PAX.
Right.
That's the part that I love. He wasn't even there. He was at PAX. He was at the other show. So it was just very funny to me. I don't know. Anything on this, guys? I mean, he is great.
He made a post. He says, I wasn't able to attend the ceremony this year as I was busy doing what I enjoy most, drinking heavily. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He said, interacting with the gaming community on a personal level from the floor of a convention. In other words, completely wasted and out of his mind. But no, it's huge congrats to Zar Man About Town. He's a fantastic CM, and it's a big congrats to him. So great job.
Yep, and we've had some contact with him, and he's always been very pleasant and nice, and a very good guy.
Gives us nice shiny things every now and then.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We appreciate those nice shiny things.
We do. We definitely do. Okay, and the other big news from Blizzard HQ is that Ghostcrawler joined Twitter this week.
That's right, Zuggy Zug.
It's awesome.
He joined the tweeter.
He did.
Ghostcrawler. And thinking about it, what better way to announce Greg Street on Twitter than in my robe? Yeah. little champagne to mess with the membrane. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Don't mind the robe. It certainly doesn't mind you.
He's got 12 fingers, but only needs 7.
Welcome to Robe Talk, Greg Street Twitter edition, where I discuss all the latest tweets from Greg Street in my robe. Yeah.
His favorite word is pumpkin.
Let's see what we got here. Old Ghost Crawler, a.k.a. Greg Street GT, yeah, you know me, had this to say. We're talking about maybe hiding in chance. Too many weapons spray their own particles now. In my robe. Yeah.
He makes love like Picasso makes salsa. Real tangy.
Old Greg Street tweeted to our very own Pat Crane. He said this, I dig it. On forums, players can write huge posts, then get mad when you don't address every bullet. I like the brevity here. In my robe. No.
Brevity means tiny.
Now remember, 2 + 2 = 4 score, and 7 + 8 anticipate, 9 + 9 guaranteed good time. In my robe. Yeah.
That was the best one yet.
That was good. That deserves a big applause there, buddy. That was nice. He has 12 fingers, but only needs 7.
No, that was real tangy.
Real tangy.
Yeah.
Real tangy. So yeah, Ghost Crawler's on the tweeter, and he's been running rampant, and he's going nuts on the tweeter, and he actually answered one of my questions, which was cool. And I would basically just asked him, "How's it going? Are you happy that you joined Twitter, or what's going on?" And he said what you said. I dig it. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
He likes the brevity. Unfortunately, hopefully not in my robe, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. But you know, it's very cool to see him in this shorter form because he's answering specific questions from people, and he's actually taking a good chunk of his day to do Twitter stuff. Right. And I've just been fascinated by this feed. Have you guys watched this at all?
I have personally, and I think it's a perfect medium in a way because it's like direct questions, and he can give you direct answers, like short, concise, exact answers. And he's right in his posts. They'll be like, he'll be answering. There'll be like 4, 5, 6 questions in one long post. But here, it's just one direct question. He can answer it and move on. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I mean, and it ranges from PvE to PvP to class balance to, whatever. I mean, it's just all over the place, environmental stuff. He's kind of taking all questions and you can reach him. He used to be at Greg T Street, but now he's just at Ghost Crawler. So he got the name.
Yeah. Someone freed the name up for him.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool. And some of the questions that he's asked one of them was, curious as to why we didn't get a Cataclysm version of the Halion encounter, so to speak, to fill the time before Theramor's launch. And he said, Halion was a cool fight, but it was just one fight, and it's hard for a raid that small to really be engaging. And we need final tiers with longer legs, but don't need it to last as long as 4.3 has lasted, which is... I think that's kind of telling as far as the mentality of the Blizzard staff, which is pretty cool that they don't want it to be as long as Dragon Soul has lasted so far. So that's good.
Well, how long was ICC again? Someone help me out there. But when Mist launched, Dragon Soul will have been out for almost, actually a full 9 months.
Right. Which I think is a couple months shy of what ICC was out for.
Right. Almost the same is what I am seeing. So they completely fell flat on their face on that one when they said they did not want to.
I thought ICC was up for about 11 months.
11 or 12. Yeah,
like almost a year.
Yeah.
So
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So there.
But I mean, at least they acknowledge that it's an issue and maybe they're heading towards it. I mean, one of the questions too that I liked was, did you enjoy Cataclysm? I thought the zone separation made it feel too disconnected. rather than having a new continent. He said, I enjoyed Cat, but agree about the zone separation.
Mm-hmm.
There was a reason Pandaria is a continent.
Right.
Which is true, because you're hopping around all over the world trying to find this new stuff. It's nice that it's all, in one continent and good to go.
Right. And, there was, he also tweeted about challenge modes a little bit, actual quotes from testers who did challenge modes for Mists of Pandaria. And like some of the things that he was tweeting were challenge modes are the most stressful thing I've ever done in WoW, and I love it. So and there were a whole series of them that are really cool and make challenge modes sound extremely tough if you're going for that gold medal in challenge modes. And I don't know, I just can't wait.
Right. It's going to be that layer of challenge. Like someone also said, challenge modes are like phase 4 of the Ragnaros fight that lasts for about 20 to 30 minutes. And for those remember that fight, that was like stress, that was insane.
Right.
So that's good. I think this is that level of challenge and absolute craziness that, some people may have been looking for.
Right. And now he just tweeted this one. Dear WoW forums, and not just ours, adding 1 million bullets doesn't make your argument stronger. Quality is stronger than quantity. So, he's getting a little mad at the forums. So, it's like he's off the hook. He's off the chain.
Right. Coming at you free and clear.
Right. It's pretty weird to watch him in this format, but it's very cool that he's answering specific questions from people. And if you're on the Twitter, follow Ghostcrawler. Just do it. It's good.
It's really interesting to watch. And he's getting bombarded with questions, but on the same take, he's also turning around and answering those questions. So
yeah,
big props to Ghostcrawler. That's not easy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move it along to the next one, and that is if you have been out of the loop, if you haven't been playing your game and you have an inactive account, now is the time to reactivate it if you want some free game time. If you've been looking for a way to try out patch 5.0.4 and get ready for Mists, people with inactive accounts are now getting an email notifying them for a free week of game time if the offer is claimed before September 19th, which is next week, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you have until September 19th to claim that, or before, so September 18th. Be sure to log into your Battle.net account and reactivate your account.
Right. And that's a big thing, is that make sure you log into Battle.net directly.
Yeah.
You do, and you want to do it from there. Because you're going to get scam emails. You know what I mean? You don't want to just click on some link, from some email. Like, it's better to log into your account, do it there where it's safe and secure than, some random email that you get say, hey, we're from Blizzard. Click this link. It's never a good idea.
And somebody emailed the show actually and was like, say I got this in the mail and it was from Guild Wars 2 and they want me to click the link. Should I click the link? And I'm like, number one, it's Guild Wars 2 and I don't really know what's going on with Guild Wars 2. But I never click the link. Never, ever click the link. If you have an account with these people, go to the site. Don't click the link. Don't do it.
Right. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's never a good idea, ever, to click the link.
It's like, just don't. All right. Speaking of 5.0.4, though, we need to catch up with some of the stuff that's been going on with possible changes and some other issues that are going on. Right now, there are a couple of professions issues happening. And one is that there's a bug preventing players from applying weapon chains to ranged weapons. That's not such a big deal. But alchemists are screwed if you're trying to select a specialization right now because you can't do it. All the materials that are needed are from Mists of Pandaria. I love that.
It's already like in game, like it's all prepped for Mists. Right. So since Mists isn't here, you can't get the necessary materials, so you can't do it.
Nope, you can't. I don't know. And I think Arcane the Fire Mage was trying that out earlier this week because he was trying to level up his professions, getting ready for Mists, and got screwed. That's it. So, sorry, Arcane. That's all right. And let's see. The other thing that I noticed this last week in 5.0.4, was that with the addition of battle tags, being able to invite friends with just this simple name and number, who's trying that one out? Gold sellers.
That's interesting. That wouldn't even cross my mind. No.
I've gotten 2 invites from clearly made up names that are asking me for their friendship. It's like, oh.
They're asking you for your business, not your friendship.
Right. Well, they ask for friendship first. It's all friends up front, but
it's a facade, Doug.
Then business on the back end.
Yes.
That's right.
That sounds weird. Business on the back end.
Well, we will get into that. But no, I've gotten these too. I get these little invites on BattleTag, and they're clearly gold sellers. Now, one thing you'll notice, though, is next to their name on the right side up top, you can actually report them, which is a good thing. So you can actually click report. I think it's like report for spam or report for abuse. I check all boxes. No, but I think you can report for spam or something like that. Well, and then obviously decline.
Yes.
Exactly what Coltrane's saying. You can even accept these friend requests, and the second they send the whisper, you can just report them, and now you have hard evidence. So there's really no harm in hitting accept to these. By hitting accept, you're just gathering more evidence to use against them.
Oh, I suppose.
I wouldn't even do that, man. I don't want anything to do with these people.
Right.
Just saying.
If you want to get a broad report going and really be able to get into detail on everything that these people are doing to people in World of Warcraft, then yeah, sure, accept
Most definitely. That makes sense to me. I mean,
so if you want to be a
instead of just hitting report abuse, you can actually go straight to the heart of the issue and they get banned instantly. Well, I wouldn't say instantly, but I bet the report's going to go through a lot faster.
So if you're a WoW cop, make sure to accept that.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Solar comes for you?
Oh, look out!
Mr. Magoops on the case. He's gonna get all those gold sellers.
Mr. Magoops. We do need a sounder for him. He's coming up more and more in the show.
He is. I know.
We're gonna start doing Mr. Magoops bits pretty soon.
I know. It's crazy. He's on the case.
All right. Another thing in 5.0.4 is lower level class balance issues. And I think we, briefly touched on this, but now they're starting to make some changes for those lower level folks because they're broken right now.
Right. Well, you were talking about your hunter last week.
Yeah.
Low level, he was doing how much DPS?
12K at level 82. And it was just amazing. And by the time that I reached 85, my DPS has actually gone down to a regular level,
Exactly.
And Jules, she was leveling Holy Pally this last week, I guess, or before when we made it to 85. And her Holy Shocks were one-shotting mobs like 3 levels ahead of her.
It's nuts.
One shot.
Wow.
So
there was, I don't play a priest. I've never played a priest past level 10. I don't even think it got past level 5, but either they penanced a mob or they smote a mob and it died before I even got to it when I was tanking on my Death Knight.
Wow.
They just sneezed at it and it died.
Right.
So there's a little bit of imbalance going on here with some of the
and I guess classes. it was really rearing its ugly head, especially in PvP. A lot of people were on the forums going, yeah, we can't really kill Holy Pallies, and they seem to be killing us. So what's that about? I'm okay if I can't kill them, but if they kill me first, that's weird, right? I don't know. So they're going through, they're trying to, rearrange the math a little bit so that it works out so that lower level tunes can kind of play somewhat normally. But
and here's the deal. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast with those low level battlegrounds. I mean, they've always been perfect exhibits for exploitation. I wouldn't say exploitation, but for imbalanced classes. I mean, remember the days where speccing a subtlety rogue and doing shadow step ambush would instantly kill somebody?
Right.
I mean, and if not, you would just finish them off with a hemo. I mean, that was, I think, early Cataclysm. I think they fixed that just a smidge, but I mean, those low-level brackets have always been just so rampant with people always trying to get the upper hand, and I mean, you'll see that in any way that they can get a hold of it. And now it's just a different game. So
right. Right. I don't think there's.
You'll grow out. I mean, well, actually, interesting story about PvP.
Yeah.
And things being a little bit imbalanced right now, which I'm sure they'll fix. With the introduction of cross-realm zones, I was actually fighting people outside of Orgrimmar from Blackrock.
Oh, really?
The server, which is very strange.
Huh.
But there was a Resto Druid, a Rogue, and another Resto Druid, and we probably fought them for about 45 minutes before they died. It is literally impossible to kill a healer in the game right now. I mean, they do not run out of mana, and they can keep themselves relatively topped off unless you do some like insane CCs and like slash interrupts on them.
Wow.
And I.
So have you seen other cross realm zone stuff happening? Because I haven't really done too much of that.
Let me take that back. These are like high ranked arena players. These are people who have duelists and stuff like that, so they know how to play.
Sure. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. But have you done a lot of cross-realm stuff over the last, week or whatever? That 5.0?
I did try out cross-realm zones, leveling the Death Knight up. Adarinda? I hope I'm not slaughtering your name. We got together last night and we ran a whole bunch of dungeons, and then we went and did the cross-realm zones. We went to Nagrand and we did the Nagrand arena quests. And they were on Bronzebeard, and I was on Earthen Ring. So it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Crazy. That's so crazy.
I think that's going to be a good thing, especially for those people in low pop servers. Or even like you were saying in Nagrand, like, before these cross-realm stuff, you'd go there and it was just a ghost town. You know what I mean? Like Nagrand, that whole area, and especially that arena. I mean, that's interesting that now, at least with cross-realm, it's more filled up. There's more players. You can actually group with other players. Right. That's cool, man. I dig that, because I'm trying to, when you try to do that stuff, or even like Twilight Highlands, that arena in Twilight Highlands is usually pretty empty now. When you're like 84 or something like that, 83, 84. Right. The only thing that I ever see in Twilight Highlands now are bots trying to get all, trying to pick up all the stuff. Yeah. Well, here's a question: is that, and actually Danilian in the chat room just asked, how do you know if they are from another server? Do they have are they labeled? How do you know when you see someone else?
Do you ever go in LFR and you scroll over someone's name? Yeah. Or Recount does it. It'll say their name and their server. Yeah. And that's exactly what it looks like in game. I mean, there's no way to tell unless you scroll over their name.
Okay, so but on their name title, it's not like Bronze Man from Beard of Zeus. Well, that doesn't make sense. Beard of Zeus. I know what I'm saying.
That's a server.
Let's say his name's, Lando from Feathermoon or something. It won't say Lando-Feathermoon. It'll just say Lando. And then when you mouse over then you'll see the Feathermoon.
That's a good question. I can't answer that because my I have nameplates up for enemies, and that was the only time I actually checked. So I have nameplates up for frenemies. You have a little bit different nameplates too? Frenemies. No, just frenemies. Oh. It's just a stupid. I actually haven't. Right. I don't know, Cole. That's a good question. Maybe someone will figure out in a few seconds. Right. Maybe the chat room has it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Noodles with a G. Noodles says it has an asterisk next to their guild tag.
Oh, interesting.
There's a little asterisk there. Asterisk.
Cool.
So yeah, maybe.
Right on. Let's maybe move it along to where is it? Panda Watch. Panda Watch. Yes. So a little bit of news from the beta as far as what we can expect in Mists of Pandaria. And one of the interesting things to me is that engineers are in luck once again. Because it seems like the capital cities in Mists of Pandaria have a steam-powered auctioneer for them to use, and not like a real auctioneer. So, engineers, rejoice! You can use an auctioneer, and nobody else can. Yay! Yay! For that, you get small applause.
Yeah, just a nice thing to have.
It is nice, and I'm just glad that Zug is actually an engineer.
Same.
So, do you have engineering culture?
No, but I want to. I do on one of my alts, like on my warrior. I think his name is Boomtown. I think I've got engineering on him. But the thing about this story that I find amazing is that in the Shrine of 7 Stars, you can find Harvey. I guess that's the name, Harvey. And then in the Shrine of 2 Moons, you can find Dent.
Yep.
So it's Harvey Dent.
Yes. I am Harvey Dent.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
I wonder if he's gonna
Harvey Dent. That's
Two-Face.
Touche.
Oh, Blizzard.
Yeah, I wonder if like the engine, because they're steam powered engineers, so they're always like look like Jeeves. So one should have half a face, and the other one should have the other half of the face.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't know if that's gonna happen.
One's the normal side, and one's the acid eaten up side, or whatever. I don't know. And there was another change. Who threw this into the show notes?
This was me. Because it's outrageous.
Okay, go ahead.
Turkey
Yeah.
is now a battle pet. I think this is really worth mentioning. So for those wanting to know, you can now go to battle with Turkey. He's now a battle pet. And there's actually one other change that Blizzard, I'm on to you. You did a little sneaky. You didn't mention it.
Oh.
But Murky, the little
Murky.
Murky.
Yeah,
he came with a
Murky.
BlizzCon. He was a BlizzCon pet.
Yeah,
From the
Murloc.
very first BlizzCon back in the day. Yeah, he's a little baby Murloc.
Yeah.
They changed his voice.
What?
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 I know. Blows your mind. Blows
Why
your
did
mind.
they change his voice?
They changed his voice. I brought him out. He's like my favorite little companion pet, little Murky. And he used to have this like type voice.
Right.
And now he's more like he sounds more like hardcore. Like I obviously they're getting him ready for battle pets.
Right.
Because with all the new abilities, they got to have different sounds and all that kind of stuff. But they changed the voice on Murky, and it's not as like cute. It used to be this cute little Murloc baby voice, and now it's
when
it's
Murlocs grow up and hit a certain age, their voice changes. Just like it happened to Peter in the Brady Bunch.
That's true. He finally hit puberty. Right.
Oh, now he's getting a little tougher. He's
right. His voice drops. He's like, he's like, whoa, really intense.
Now he is very, very intense. I don't know.
Ray in the chat room said, give it 5 more years and I'll turn into a Naga. So, and these are changes we all go through.
Right.
That's true. We've all been there. That's very true.
Oh man, that's funny. So now, okay, let me just talk to you guys just kind of off the notes. I'm going off the notes, guys.
Whoa.
Look out. Look out. So what do you think about this time right before Mists of Pandaria comes out and we're all just kind of waiting around, waiting for stuff to happen? I mean, what are you guys going through? Can you just not wait for it, or what's going on? Solar Flare, why don't you start this off?
Well, I was wrong, actually. ICC was out for 12 months and Dragon Soul had been out for 9 months. So a 3-month difference, although it still feels like a millennia.
Right.
I'm trying so hard to keep myself interested in the game right now, and I think it's just the end of the expansion doldrums. I mean, I'm playing a new character, my Death Knight. I'm getting so pumped for my walk in Mists, and I'm just finding little tidbits to do here and there. I don't think I am really aggressively playing and raiding as much as I used to, like 2 or 3 months ago.
Sure,
but it happens.
Right.
I mean, I'm ready for the expansion. I can wait another 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah,
2
something
weeks,
like that.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that for my raid team, we actually stopped raiding. We was it last week or the week before? We just called it because it was clear that the motivation wasn't there to raid anymore, and we had kind of run out of things to do, and so when 5.0 dropped, we were like, we went down to 1 day, and even 1 day just seemed like it was too much trouble for what we were doing. So it was like, okay, well, let's just call it. And so we called it, and this is the first time that I've done that with this team in 2 years.
Wow.
In over 2 years. It's the first time I've been like, yeah, I think we're kind of done until Mists hits. So,
right.
Cold?
Yeah, no, that's kind of how it is, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm just maxing out my professions. I got my jewel crafting to max. I got that achieved, working day and night or whatever it was.
Right.
So that's great. So that's at 525. I think it's just preparation for Miss. I'm working on my fishing.
That's
I gotta get my fishing up. Gotta get your cooking up. There's gonna be plenty of cooking stuff. Heading into Miss.
Right.
And I think it's really just about preparation, about getting your character ready to go for Miss Pandaria. But yeah, I agree. I'm really not doing that much. I'm just kind of pretty much just twiddling my thumbs, just getting ready for this thing to drop. I've been all over the beta. The quests. I'm really looking forward to it. The quests are fun. The content is great, and I'm looking forward to the dungeons. I really like the shorter format in the dungeons. I think all of you will too. And it's really just waiting around.
It does.
That's
It does
really
seem like
all it
that.
is.
It does seem like that, and that's why I think like this leveling challenge that I'm doing right now is kind of fun for me because I'm making it into something more than just leveling. I'm making it into crushing Jules' soul.
Right.
I'm just trying to crush her and make her just,
Nice.
Wow,
right.
I'm kidding.
That's
but,
great.
It's just kind of a fun little competition that we're doing, and we have a blast. I mean, we just get on Mumble and yuck it up for a few hours while we level, and
Right.
that's awesome.
One thing to keep in mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go on.
No.
Finish your
Go
story.
ahead.
No, I totally interrupted. I apologize.
No,
I'm
no.
like, yeah, okay,
Go.
whatever. So anyway,
Go.
sorry. One thing that actually just occurred to me was that they're going to have that pre-expansion event, right?
Right.
So that's got to be coming up soon. That's got to be in the next.
I think
week.
that's the 18th. Is when they're
Is that
talking
when that
about.
drops?
I think that's when that drops. It's a week out, and it's not really an event because it's just the Theramore deal, which is actually a scenario that you can run over and over again. So it's not going to be an event. It's going to be, hey, Jaina's going crazy and blowing up stuff, and we're blowing up stuff. We're blowing up Jaina, and Jaina's blown up.
Right. Essentially, Jaina hits menopause. That's what happens.
Yes.
She hits menopause.
Yeah. So that's why the gray hair.
So the 18th is when that happens. That's when that launches.
I believe so. Yeah. Solar, did you see if there was a date on that?
I didn't actually. This is news to me. Even I
thought I saw it like a week or two ago.
Well, that's in 9 days. So
Komos in the chat room said yes, the 18th.
interesting. Well, yeah, I didn't actually see that on MMO Champion or other. So
it could be on Tuesday. I'm not sure because Bonzi is contradicting everybody and saying it was the 11th that they were told. So we'll see. It's coming up, but it's just a scenario. There's no big event. There's no big thing that's going to rock our world when we're just hanging out in Orgrimmar.
Right.
Something we have to go and do this.
Yeah,
So-
it's not like the invasion from Arthas, when that started. That thing was amazing, I thought.
Right.
The Deathwing stuff was cool, like the preparation for it. They had all like the Twilight's hammer guys out there.
Elemental invasion, yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff was cool. So we'll see. I mean, from what I read a while ago, I think isn't Jen Stormstout supposed to show up and all that jazz?
I believe so, but I'm not certain about that. I know that, one of the things that Blizzard did say was that they didn't want to do the world event because they were looking at it from a content point of view. Hey, let's make sure that we have plenty of content after the world event and maybe not concentrate so much on the world event. And because, what's the greater good? And they clearly decided that it was the end game. And I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
I am. I want the end game to be great. Because then that means that we have a show.
Exactly. We have stuff to talk about.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be great. I think everyone's just kind of sitting around, just kind of waiting at this point.
Yep.
They got their guys are ready. They're maybe leveling up some alts, but it's really, you're not maybe seriously going to take these alts into Miss. I mean, maybe not, but it's really just to keep yourself occupied.
Right.
And yes, it's Arthas. I said Arthas. Yes, it's Arthas.
The Arthas, known formerly as Prince.
Exactly.
Are you going to go to that old chestnut again?
Come on, that was great.
No, it was not.
That was genius. Come
No,
on.
it was not. All right, let's move it along.
We've got mail.
We do, and if you have a question about anything for us, about rating or whatever, just let us know. We'll try to answer it on the show. You can email us at converttoraid@gmail.com, or you can call our raid line at 612-787-RAID, or you can even join us during the live show and PM one of the guys, and we'll see if we can sneak it in here. And for this first one, Solar Flare, why don't you read this one?
Sure. This is from Sandino, Guardian Druid, Rexar US. He says, "Hey guys, I just got done listening to your last show, and I would like to comment on an email you got from, I believe their name was Holiday, regarding DKs and why nobody wants one. I believe that the problem here is not that nobody wants them, it's just that there are way too many DKs in game right now. I am currently GM of a guild that has over 100 active players, and about 20 of them are Death Knights. There was a point in time where my raid team had two DKs in it. My main is a druid, and when we had to pug a tank and a DK whispered me, I said we already had one, and I got was, yeah, right. I personally love my Death Knight, but I think it is my struggle, and God, I wish there was commas in this. I personally love my Death Knight, but I think my struggle in the demand wasn't due to them not being liked. Anyway, a ranted enough. Sweet mother of God. Love the show, guys. Keep it up."
So it's about, and I'm sorry, I didn't go through there and correct it for the show.
Good God.
But
it's not you, Sandino. It's
right. It's totally me. It's fine. No, but just a little bit about DKs. It's not that nobody wants one. It's just that everybody has one, especially blood DKs, and maybe that's true. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think so as much. I mean, there are a lot of it's nowhere near what it was, obviously, when they first came out. But there are a lot of DK. I mean, everyone has a DK, just like everyone has a paladin.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think it's a demand thing. I mean, I still go back to what I said is that, we looking forward, we got to hit the reset button on everything. And right. I personally don't see as much of a backlash on DKs, and I'm talking about right now, as I did in the past. That could be just my particular situation, the raid teams I've ran with, and pugs I've done in LFR. DKs don't seem to have that taint, that bad taste that this question and the person before mentioned on the last show. So
right.
I don't know. I don't really see too much of an issue with DKs, but are you guys seeing this in game?
I don't. I mean, I love DKs, so it's one of those things where I love having them in my raid group. Blood DKs are great, but maybe there are a few too many, only because they are that good, because they can heal, because they can solo stuff better than some of the other tanks can. I don't know. Solar?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why a lot of people roll one is kind of an instant gratuity thing. They like just being 58 when they get out of the starting zone. I mean, that's 58 levels they don't have to do. And you see a lot of people just kind of get that instant gratification from doing that. And they'll go into dungeons as, like, say, Frost, and they'll just death grip things from me. I'm just like, oh my God, and I have to grip it back, and I keep doing my tanking thing. But I just don't think they understand their class very well. Like just the person who wants to roll a Death Knight and just be like, I'm level 58, just could swords and everywhere. And I just think that might just be a reason. I mean, they're having fun, right? There's no harm in that. I just think they get a lot of bad, reputation from that, and that's why. Is because they just kind of do their own thing without really looking into it. And I think that's partly because you start at level 58 and you get so many abilities that you're just like, I'm going to put Death Grip here, and I'm going to put Frost Strike here, or whatever the heck that ability is. So I don't think Death Knights really. I mean, this is just like hunters having a bad name, or rogues being, a cheap class because they can stun lock you. I mean, that's just part of the class, and I think DKs have that about them because of what I just mentioned.
And pretty soon it's going to change to monks. Pretty soon monks are going to be the bad ones, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody will know how to play those.
So the DK too is that it was easy to pick up, but difficult to master. You know what I mean? The entire rune system, you really need to know what you're doing to get that to work. But what's interesting about the class is it can be very button mashy. You can do really well. I mean, not really well, but you can level up and do all that jazz just by just clicking things when they come off cooldown, and you're doing fine. But as far as DPS goes or anything like that, you really need to understand the rune system and how to turn things into a death rune and vice versa. You got to know what the heck you're doing. And you're exactly right. The same thing is going to happen with monks. Monks, on the surface seem very easy. Oh, you just do this and that and this, no problem. But being able to master your energy levels along with your chi to be the most effective DPS that you can be, there's a lot of stuff with the monk that you got to keep up. Your rising sun kick, you got your tiger palm, you got to keep all that rolling.
You're already in it, man. You're in it to win it. Look out.
That's right. That's right. But you got to do all this stuff to be able to do maximum DPS. Again, I am a DPS player. I'm speaking from DPS. So I think monks are going to be in the exact same boat as DKs, is that everyone's going to have a monk and they're going to get a bad reputation.
Right.
Because everyone's going to pick one up. They're not going to know exactly what they're doing. They're going to be doing terrible on DPS and terrible on tanking. It's going to be a mess. And I mean, I am really personally looking forward to playing my monk named Wok Fu.
Wok Fu!
Yeah!
I was more or less on it because I heard you ramping up, so thank you very much for that.
Woo! Had to get it in, baby.
That's right. And I'm also planning on playing a monk, so we'll see exactly what's going on, and I plan on doing the support roles, so, tanking and healing with a monk, and should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. For sure. We have another email in regards to our last show from Trick War, 85 Warlock from Drakthul. And he says, I've been meaning to write you guys about the reagent pronunciation issue, but I don't want to be a troll. I work with reagents all the time as I am a real-life chemist in the Twin Cities. Yay, Twin Cities. And the guy's real name is Pat as well. So, awesome.
Very nice.
Pat from the Twin Cities. Goes on to say, we call them reagents, not spelled with, hold on a second. We call them reagents because they are entities that are added to a chemical process to encourage a chemical reaction between one or more reactants. Seeing as how they're used in somewhat similar situations in WoW, I would go ahead and assume that reagent is correct. So he says reagents. And you were saying regents.
Regents or reagents or regents. I don't know, but that's good to know. That's interesting. That makes perfect sense.
Sure. And I wasn't sure if it was like a California thing or what, because regionally, I mean, you can have different pronunciations, or maybe it's an Arizona thing.
Wait, are you talking about the California accent, the well-known?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Well,
an Arizona thing. I was saying,
in California, they also say things like, hang loose, dude. Whatever.
Jeez. Is that your opinion?
Maybe it's a Valley thing. I don't know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, Minnesotans are so well known for their accent.
Well, but you actually have an accent. I mean, it's outrageous. I can barely understand you people.
Right. I'm saying reagent. Oh, how dare you?
Oh my goodness.
How dare you, sir? Cowabunga, dude. Awesome.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Hang 10.
Whatever. All right. Whatever.
There you go.
There you go. There's the California accent right there.
Does Arizona have an accent?
No.
I think it's yeehaw.
Right.
Look, I can say that I'm from Arizona, so it's okay if I say that.
We come from fairly accent-free places.
That's true.
The three of us,
on the
thankfully.
border to Canada. What are you talking about?
Well, that's Canada. Canada is Canada. Those crazy Canadians
you get some Minnesotan accents. I know you do.
Yeah, well, if
they're
you
out there.
By the way, if you watch a movie like Fargo, that is the wrong Minnesota accent. It's over the top, and it's funny, but it's not real.
I think it is real, and that's exactly how you speak. I'm going to tell you, for all the listeners out here, when Pat Crane is off air, he's totally sounds different. He's putting on an accent right now. He sounds crazy Minnesotan. When he gets off the air there.
Oh, yeah, crepes. I tell you.
Yeah, he does. He's like, well, great show today, guys. Oh, crepes.
It's time to go for some ice fishing. What do you say? We'll go out on the lake with the car, and we'll just cut a hole right in the ice.
Exactly. That's how he normally sounds. No one knows this.
Oh, man. All right. We've got another one. Why don't you take this one, Coltrane?
What happened? This is from John. He says, what happened to the spirits of competition? Last time they had it, it was for the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. They didn't have it for the 2010 Olympics or the 2012. What happened?
Solar Flare, any ideas?
They just don't have it anymore. I don't know. People always complained about, you're giving away free pass mounts. Yeah, But I remember for like WoW anniversary, and they didn't give like an Onyxian whale playing this year, and everyone freaked out about it. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. I don't know. Maybe they just had other things in mind for their to-do list, and a Spirit of Competition redo wasn't top on the list.
Right.
That's probably just what it was.
Right.
I mean, it could be too that now pets can fight, so maybe there's more gravitas in giving away free pets because that could be your champion. Like it could be a warrior. You know what I mean?
Well,
maybe.
Wasn't Spirit of Competition specific for Beijing?
Well, it was actually, yes. And I remember at that time when it came out, there were actually some complaints because some people were like, well, I didn't log in. And because I didn't log in, I didn't get this really cool pet.
Oh, man.
I mean,
you should have logged on, you dingus.
Well, they're upset. People want what they don't have. That's just how it works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, it was. It was the Spirit of Competition was a Chinese-style dragon.
Yes.
It was that classic kind of Chinese look.
Right.
Spirit of Competition. It was great, and I actually have it on my guy. In fact, I got to log in my druid so I can get it because he's on my old character.
Oh yeah. You have to make sure to log into all your tunes so you can get your pets account wide.
Well, that's true, but I mean, the thing is, though, is the point I was trying to make, and it could be complete BS, but that pets nowadays, because of battle pets, carry more weight. So maybe Blizzard just giving away free pets. I mean, people might, I don't know, maybe not be into that, or maybe that's encouraged. I mean, what do you think? Is that anything?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Did I miss the Spirit of Competition boat when that came around in 2008? Yes, why? Because I wasn't playing. And
Right.
do I miss it now that it wasn't in 2012? No. I'm like, if you're a completionist, especially with pets, I'm guessing that you probably want it. But wanting it and getting it
that doesn't exist.
Right, wanting it and getting it are two totally different things. So,
I mean, I guess you can want something that doesn't exist, but I mean, you get what I'm saying.
I
mean,
think
it's
so.
not there, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. They probably had other things on their plate, especially with Mist coming out, and they have a lot of things that they're doing.
Yeah.
With Heart of the Swarm and StarCraft and stuff like that. So.
Right. All right, I think that wraps that up. Let's move on to 5-star reviews and give a shout out. And let's go around the world this week. Why don't I kick it off, then Colt, then oh, that might be bad. I'll just start.
You put me in the perfect spot. Let's continue this.
I'll just kick it off. All right, from Canada, we have Ashley is Amazing, Prez1374, and from Sweden, we have Pooh Fan.
It's Pooh!
So there you go. Colt, why don't you take the UK?
From the United Kingdom, we have Forever Horde. We have Kobayashi, the League of Shadows on Bronze Dragonflight EU. We have Mudroll, Joshua Manton, and Holy Mother.
Holy Mother. And now,
we got
Solar.
this. Okay, here we go.
You got Australia, I guess. Sorry,
Come on
Australia.
down to the outback, mate. We're going down to Australia. You know what I'm saying? We got Deep Sky and we got Ash 27211. Crikey, mate. Crikey, there's a crikey right there.
I apologize, Australia.
My goodness. It sounded like Hugh Jackman.
I
was like, wow.
On meth.
Yes.
I don't know. All right. But thank you so much for the 5 stars, guys. We really appreciate it. I'm going to cut that music, though. Yeah. There we go. Jazzy music. Thank you for taking the time to rate us on iTunes. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the questions. And feel free to join in on any of the conversations we're having about town at any time. You can email us at converttoraid@gmail.com. You can call and leave comments and questions on our raid line, 612-787-RAID. That's 612-787-7243. You can follow us on the Twitter at converttoraid or individually. And Coltrane, what are those?
You can follow Pat Crane at Pat Crane. You can follow Coltrane at _Coltrane. And you can follow Solar Flare at _Solar Flare.
Yep. And if you can't spell our names, make sure to join the Bazoobaguabo Nation by signing up at converttoraid.com, where it's powered by Engine, and you can join in on every conversation we're having or make one of your own on our lovely forums. We have got show downloads, archives, whatever. We got it all there. Tons of links for you at converttoraid.com. And don't forget, you can also become a citizen just by donating. There we go. Our show is available on Stitcher, BlackBerry Podcast Directory, Zune, iTunes, all sorts of different places like that. That's going to be it for the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to Convert to Raid. We hope you had a good time. But before we go, anything big going on with you guys?
Holy smokes, that was a fast show.
Yeah, it's a quick show this week.
Show. That was a really fast show.
It's all right. We're in this lull time. We're waiting.
That's right. It was a little lacking in news. I mean, besides that Turkey is a battle pet.
And that Ghostcrawler joined Twitter, which is fascinating. Yes. I mean, we could just spend 30 minutes just reading Ghostcrawler tweets if you really want to.
Exactly.
But I've got to go watch football now. I've got to go cheer on my Minnesota Vikings to their first loss.
In your true accent.
In my true accent, eh? No.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. All right. Anything going on with you, Coltrane?
I am going to be going back to the Firelands just to take a look at that old school fight. Domo.
Uh-oh. I missed it. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was horrible.
That was really bad. I shouldn't have thrown that with you like at this part of the show.
Right.
It's just no good.
It's weird.
I apologize.
It's weird. By the way, Domo, not Domo. Sorry, Rags. Did you hear about the mount drop that happened with that?
Oh, yeah. Free mounts for all?
Free mounts for all in normal mode. They fixed that.
Did we talk about that?
They fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed it.
Yeah, I don't think we really...
Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, thought that happened.
We're talking about it right now.
Oh.
Maybe, no, we talked about...
It was like a Sunday, Monday thing, though.
We talked about his health going down. We talked about heroic Rags, and then we had that big, long discussion. If you didn't hear last week's show, it was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, they got to
I'm wondering if they did get to keep the mount.
They did not take the mount back, actually.
Yeah, they know
someone who got the mount, and he still has it.
Yeah, no, because it wasn't an exploit. That's just a bug. And
that people exploited because we all ran Firelands.
You didn't exploit anything because exploits, from Blizzard's perspective, exploits are things that players do that to work around game mechanics. And this was just a game mechanic that was buggy.
Right. So all they did was just fight him like they normally would.
Right. Because everybody's going into Firelands these days. Everybody is. On normal, especially.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know Salem of AIE. Probably half of you don't, but we got together a group for Firelands, and I rolled a 75, and I believe he rolled a 99. So he still has his Pretty Drake.
Oh, well, congrats, Salem. I actually met Salem at Nerdtacular.
Nice.
I saw him recently at an Arizona meetup.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Is he heading up any witch trials? It's outrageous. What the heck?
Oh, man. All right, let's get out of here.
Keep an eye on that one.
Right. Convert to Raid was written in part by all the guys on the show, Pat Crane, Coltrane, Solar Flare, and the Convert to Raid theme music arranged and produced by me. Segments found at the end of the show, those are created and produced by you guys. And you guys are amazing and talented because you're part of our community. That's exactly why. The Convert to Raid podcast is produced and distributed by Signals Media. Make sure to check out all of our friends on the Signals Media All-Star Network at signalsmedia.com. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you on our next show next week at our regular times. Oh, no, we won't. We'll actually be at a different time next week.
Yeah,
we're going to be... Yeah, because next week is the 16th, and I won't be able to make it at the regular time. Oh. This is the new time that we talked about. Well, not... It's new for next week.
It would have completely escaped me. So good thing we brought that up.
Next week, we will be on at 8 p.m. Central. The outro is almost bigger than the show right now.
Yeah, this is outrageous. My goodness gracious.
Next week, we will be on at 8 p.m. Central.
Okay.
6 o'clock for you guys.
All right.
So it's right after your iTunes raid.
And that's right. I remember
right after your iTunes raid and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll do...
Oh, that's going to be like Jam-Pack Sunday. It's iTunes raid, then record an episode, and then we raid with the Convert to Raid team. Oh my God.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it, because no, the show won't be that big next week. We're not going to have a special guest or anything like that.
Let's not underhype the show.
No, the show will be good. Don't worry about the show. The show will be
won't
great.
Be that big next week. You really don't even bother.
By big, I mean long. I can't see it being a 2-hour show next week.
Are you kidding? I'm going to make it a 4-hour show.
Oh.
I'm going to do everything I can. It's going to be as long as this outro right now.
Right.
That's how
well,
long
the
the show
outro
is.
is huge.
5 minutes. Yes.
Oh, all right. So next week, 8 o'clock Central Daylight, instead of the regular time, and it will still be uploaded by Monday at some point for all the guys that convert to Raid. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Finally get out of the show.
I've been waiting for you to say that for the last 30 minutes.
I know. What's up with that? Man, I tell you. Short show,
Yeah,
which is
short
fine.
show.
Which is fine.
Yeah, really. No doubt.
We didn't have any big discussion. We don't need it, do we? I mean, the rags thing is interesting, but is it really a thing?
I don't know.
Got fixed up pretty quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a quick show. Holy cow.
Yeah, only an hour.
We're getting done like 45 minutes from now. How is it possible that we talk for that long? Normally.
I know.
Outrageous.
I'm worn out just from an hour.
Oh,
I mean,
you poor listeners. I'm so sorry, guys.
When we have guests on, that's one thing, but there's not a lot of news happening. Everybody's waiting for the ball to drop. I mean, who cares?
True. We even had a segment.
Did we?
Yeah, we had In My Robe.
Oh, well, that's like a minute and a half.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, that's not, it's just, just playing this song and saying yes. Yes.
There's
See, I
more
can do
to
that.
it than that, my friend. It takes a lot of love, a lot of coordination, a lot of bubbling. Yeah.
You're ridiculous. All right, I'm cutting that off.
Absolutely.
But
I'm out of my mind.
That was really good. And the Ghost Crawler tweets are fascinating. They are fascinating to me. I tell you.
You know what I like most about Ghostcrawler?
What?
He just doesn't care. He'll tell you straight up what he thinks.
Right. And I'm sure that the PR department is kind of pooping their pants about it.
It's like, oh God, he's on the Twitter now.
He's off the
but
chain.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. He doesn't beat around the bush.
Right.
My favorite post he ever made, this was years ago, was somebody was talking about something and he tweeted something. He fired back at somebody and he said, "I'm posting this from my yacht."
Oh, right. Right.
Remember that? That was so awesome.
I think that was, God, was that just like a year ago?
Yeah, maybe.
Because didn't we cover that on the show? I think we might have.
Yeah, we did. In my yacht. Yeah, I remember that. He was on his yacht.
In my yacht. Yes.
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Sorry. Just every time In My Whatever comes up, we just play that song.
That's right. You had to start up the music.
Oh, man.
It's such a great cue. That's
It
such
is.
a great music cue.
Nothing says light porn better than that cue.
Right. It's so perfect. It was so funny. So my wife, she does the voice, his favorite word is pumpkin. And
Right.
he makes love like Picasso makes salsa, real tangy.
Real tangy.
Right. So I got the script of all these things for her to read.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well, she does it well.
Right.
She does do it well.
Just read it. Just read it.
Just read
She's
it.
like, what does this even mean?
And be sexy, for crying out loud.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I get so many eye rolls. Like being married to me, it's just ridiculous. Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
But she's a great sport. She's like, all right, fine.
We love Mrs. Train around this show.
Yes, that's right. The lady train.
The lady train.
It's provocative.
The
It gets
lady
people
train.
going.
It's the lady train.
That's right. The lady train. Well, you know what? I should have that music going ever come on.
Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be great.
I don't know if you can hear eye rolls, though. I don't know if that produces a sound.
Well, if
This is Black Xanthus in the chat room. I got your email. Black Xanthus, thank you for sending that my way.
Oh, you know what? I
will look into that more.
We did actually have. Let me see. Oh boy, I don't know. All right.
I gotta go to work today.
Yeah. Yay. Oh no. All right.
Yeah.
I suppose I gotta get going and watch the foosball game that's happening right now.
Foosball.
I'm sure that the Vikings are already losing. That's the thing about the Viking mentality for the last decade has been Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. So there. That's what the Vikings have been doing. Yeah.
Who are they playing against?
I'm not sure who they're playing today. I can't remember.
But you already said that they're going to lose. How do you not know who they're playing?
Could be the Cardinals.
Who cares?
It might actually be a good game.
Who cares who they're playing? They're going to lose. That's just the way that it goes.
Zug, where's the pride? The Minnesotan pride.
I don't know. It's not in sports.
Right.
I mean, we have the Timberwolves, who are terrible. The Twins, they almost lost 100 games last season. And this season I don't think was much better. Let's see, college ball, we have the Gophers, and the Gophers are very fearsome. It's a very fearsome name, isn't it? The Gophers.
I'm all right. Don't have to worry about me.
Right.
Is it from Caddyshack?
So, yeah, exactly. So we've got the Gophers, and the Gophers are fierce. They're fierce at hockey, actually. They are.
Is Bill Murray the mascot?
No.
That's a shame.
They're fierce at digging holes. The Gophers.
Yeah.
Is there a gopher in game? That's actually a good question.
There's a prairie dog. Does that count?
Yeah. I have a prairie dog. I wonder if there's a gopher. Because like Danilian just said, a gopher pet battle would be pretty awesome.
That would be.
So who's playing the Vikings today? Anybody know?
I don't know.
believe it was the 49ers.
No. 49ers are playing the Pack today.
Oh.
And I know that because of the Blizzard news that was on top of that. So Vikings schedule 2012, and let's see what's going on.
Wow, I don't think the Vikings are that popular of a team. Nobody has any
they're not.
idea.
Oh, Jacksonville. It's Jacksonville today, I think.
Oh.
And who cares about that game? Oh my God, that's going to be horrible.
It's going to be a big game.
Yeah, Jacksonville. Great. The Jaguars. And the winner is, who cares?
Right.
Like 3 people care. and nobody in this chat room probably.
No.
So
yeah,
there.
I want Miss to be here, man. Like now.
I know.
I'm so jazzed. I don't even want to play any more of the beta. I'm just like, let's just do it. Let's just get it on.
Right. I am the same way. And that's why I'm doing the leveling thing. I'm like,
yeah.
I just, I have some free time. I'm going to level because that's the most fun thing I can think of to do.
You should be doing Recruit a Friend with that stuff, man. Because then you could like grant levels to your monk.
But what am I going to?
That's what I wanted to do, but nobody wanted to do it with me. So.
But what am I going to do with that stuff? Because I mean, it's stupid.
Solo, that's not how it works.
Here's what I'm
I
doing.
want to recruit a friend myself. That's boring and lonely. I want to have a friend.
All right, go on, Zug.
Well, what I was saying is the leveling thing. What am I going to do with these guys once I get them to max?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm probably not even going to play them.
Exactly.
You're
just doing this just to keep yourself occupied.
Yeah, and to have some fun with friends. That's why I'm doing it. Because every time I get on, I'm on the server that Jules and Arcane are on, and Rem from Torn Think Tank. And so I go over there and I'm like, get on Mumble with those guys and chat with them while I do it.
Right.
And so it's more of like chatting with friends for a few hours. So,
yeah, you could do PvP. You could do that. I mean, that's kind of
so
that's a
funky
grind
right now. It is so
with
just
the class balance
kind of
out of
gross.
whack. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I dueled Torage outside Orgrimmar.
How'd that go? I almost beat him.
I got him
really
to
close.
I got him to 98% health.
Oh.
So
wow, that was pretty good.
Didn't go too well. I got to tell you, I kind of got my butt kicked, but I did get him to 98% health. So Torage was in fear. I mean,
Torage,
he knew.
Look out!
He knew.
He's coming for you.
Oh, he knows.
And your 2% health.
That's right. Right. He lost 2% health to old Coltrane. So he knows.
We had a pretty good duel, Torage and I. I got him to about 5%, and we were both at the same. It was like 5 and 5, and he stunned me, and I couldn't get the second deterrence off. So
wow,
would have won.
Good.
Yeah. I like to think I'm okay in PvP, and I'm not the greatest you'll ever meet, but I'm pretty good. I'm okay.
Yeah, I suck at it. I know that.
Yeah, I don't even bother.
Yeah, I actually went through.
It's good to learn. It's good.
Yeah,
to
no. I do it, especially at the beginning of expansions. I do it quite a bit because I get so tired of running through the same dungeons all the time, and it's just kind of one of those things where you're like, okay, I need to do something a little bit different, and so I'll do PvP and I'll learn about those other spells that I don't use a lot of. But yeah, when it gets towards the end of the expansion.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm like doing all that. I'm grinding them like crazy because I'm going for rep. And in fact, here's a question for the chat room. Does anybody know what rep a old mage DPS needs to be focusing on in Mists of Pandaria? I know you can't do the tabards anymore, but anybody know by any possible chance? Is there a particular rep that's best for
maybe the
DPS
chat room might
clock?
know, but I mean, each faction has their own. I mean, like, I'm just going off of what Cataclysm was, but each faction had their own, like, items you got at Exalted. Well, no, well, those are gone.
Yeah, that's true.
But, like, every faction had, like, a male DPS something or other, you know?
Yeah, like some kind of epic, awesome item.
Right.
So I'm going to guess probably any one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Except for
yeah,
maybe,
somebody
like,
was
the
saying, like, you
tillers.
think you want all, right? Everyone has something. So essentially, you got to do all the reps. Like, there's an epic item, like a cloth DPS item from every.
But you'll probably want, just like in Cataclysm, you'll probably want to get Exalted to 1 first.
Exactly. And that's what my question is.
Yeah.
What am I doing? What am I focusing on first? Because I got to get my old.
Are there like 150 dailies in Mists?
There are, you can do, it's over that. It's
There was
like 300.
actually a number. It was like 132 or something.
No, it's like
that.
300, but you can do like almost 50 a day.
And there's no cap, so you can do all 300 if you're crazy enough.
Right.
I don't have that kind of time. I just want, which one do I focus on?
Just tell me what to do.
Make it easy. All right. Yeah, no, it's true. It depends on what piece you want first.
You want to focus on Hyjal first, and then move to Therazane for the enchants. And then, I'm doing Cataclysm.
No, I always did Therazane. That's Cataclysm you're talking about.
You gotta go to
first.
Wetlands, and you gotta get the key to the Arcatraz. And once you get the key to the Arcatraz, you have to go all the way to Northrend. And then once you go into Ulduar, you get the key to the Dead Mines. And then once you get the key to the Dead Mines, you merge those two together.
You're good to go.
Ported to the Twisting Nether. And that's how you get it.
Yeah. After you do an Eye of the Storm.
That is how you get it. Yes.
Exactly.
That's not convoluted at all.
No, why are we still on the... I
don't know.
This is longer than the show.
I know.
We're getting to the point. He's huntsman into action is his call. What is it? He will run there in a jiffy to Saki'ville in the
All right, that's it. That's all you get.
Does he say cry or call?
Call, I think.
Into action is his call. Okay.
Yeah.
Need to remember that next time.
Yeah. So there.
All right, guys, I got to go to work.
All right, you go to work. We will talk to you later, chat room. What's the phrase that pays?
Stay classy, chat room, and enjoy your Sunday.
Yes, we will enjoy ours as well. So there. All right. Talk to you later.